Tommy Thompson with the IMPD Public Affairs. Tonight, IMPD officers with the Southwest District responded to the 600 block of the Watersonway or circle on a report of a domestic disturbance with a weapon. Upon arrival, officers heard gunshots. When they arrived, the dispatch was still on the phone with the caller, getting information, updating officers, and those officers on scene then made entry into a residence. While they were in the residence, clearing the residence, they end up locating a deceased adult male and adult female in the backyard of the residence. They located two teenagers believed to be related to the adults in the backyard. This appears to be a domestic turned murder-suicide. The teenagers were transported to a local hospital. DCS was contacted. Crime Lab is on scene. Victims Assistance is on scene. Homicide is continuing to work this investigation, did locate a firearm on the scene. First and foremost, I want to think about this family, the teenagers, and the family of these adults and the teenage girls. This is just tragic for them. It's horrific. It's horrible for this community. This is not something that anybody would expect. The heroism of the officers that went into that building, that residence with gunshots to go in and save those teenagers and get them out. That's what we should be thinking about is this family and those officers and what they've had to see tonight. Do we have any questions?
What's the status of the teens at this point?
One was transported in critical condition and one was transported in stable condition.
I've heard from several people that the father here was a former IMPD officer. Can you confirm that?
I can confirm that he was a former reserve officer at this time. We do believe that he is retired at this time. We are looking into that. I will have an update by tomorrow at some point in the morning.
Were the man and the woman found dead inside the home or in the yard of the home? Or
they were found in the backyard of the residence.
Is this house known to have any calls of domestic disturbances?
Nothing that we knew of that would lead us to believe that this was something ongoing.
Can you talk about just the response to domestic calls? I've heard from so many people that those can be the most volatile calls you respond to.
Officers are often under great stress when you go to a domestic because you have instances like this in which there's times that we've had an officer, Bradway, going in who lost his life, gave his life up in a domestic situation. The violence that can occur not only to the victim of the domestic disturbance, but to the officer as well. It can be very scary, but the men and women that put the badge on every day, they do this because they love this community and they love these people.
You said the 911 caller was relaying information to dispatch. Was that one of the daughters believed to be at this time?
I will not confirm that at this time.
But somebody was relaying information about what was happening to dispatch.
Somebody was contacted 911 dispatch who was relaying information to the officers, yes.
Is it believed, any idea as far as he shot the girls and then killed his wife or any of that deal?
Again, this is preliminary information and I don't want to make any assumptions at this time.
Are any services or help being offered to family members that we've seen on scene?
Victims Assistance, again, is on scene, and they're more than able and capable to assist in that. If we need to get the chaplain's office, we can have them contacted and respond as well. Other than that, it's homicide, continue to investigate, and the crime lab on scene.
And I'm sorry if I missed it. Is it clear who was the aggressor in this situation?
To the detectives, yes. At this time, though, I'm not going to release that or confirm that.
Which number? Which one?
317.